He's the smooth talking, jive walking, banana eating, the one and only, your favorite morning host. It's Adam Josh. Hello, everyone.
It is January 3rd, 2025, and welcome. Welcome to the Morning Banana Show. Here we are in 2025. I have myself a dark roast latte, as usual, with some She-Legit in it. Very expensive anti-fungal paste. And I know that I said I wouldn't have cereal on the Morning Banana Show again, but YOLO. There's granola, berries, yogurt, and I have an orange here from the fellow farmer up the road. One of the best oranges I've ever had. And then a banana, organic, from Madeira. I thought on this Morning Banana Show, I would just look at the sun right there, banana palms, and as you can see, the Mountain Dew. Pause. No, we don't have a partnership with Mountain Dew, but there is Hillside Dew, Algarve Hillside Dew on the plants. And when I first came here to Portugal, over a year ago now, basically I saw that and I was like, wow, I wonder who's watering all these plants. It's like God himself is watering the plants. It's biblical. There's like a morning mountain or misty dew all over everything. And in the wintertime, or what people call the wintertime here, that's really handy because the combination, the soil is really clayish, clay soil, and then the mountain dew or the morning dew here, the morning mist, covers everything, and so you get this combination of soil that retains water through the winter, and you also get this quote unquote water source during the rainy season, and then that carries a lot of these plants that you see around you through until the dry season. Yogurt, granola, berries, banana. To me, that's an amazing breakfast. Just the banana was good too. If you want to up your game a bit, get some vegan yogurt. This is vegan blueberry yogurt, granola, berries, and a banana. So 2024, I was in Germany last year on New Year's. I was on the Rhine, and being from Niagara, we think, oh, we know fireworks. I'm imagining that my editor, the Adam Josh, the one and only Adam Josh, will be editing in some videos or pictures here of what happened on the Rhine last year. That's a good spot to do that. It was crazy. I was thinking, being from Niagara, we know fireworks, but what happens in Germany along the Rhine is otherworldly. I think a drone cam might do the justice. I don't have any drone footage, but of the Rhine. But they started early and went late. Like 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., they're still letting fireworks off. so it was wild. Like a battle zone. This year was a lot more quiet. We had a fire over there, and we watched to see if there'd be any fireworks down in the valley, and we saw a few around midnight, and that was about it. In the background, you might hear right now a fellow farmer probably clearing his land or working his land. But in 2024, we bought this farm, and started planting trees. I've planted over 100 trees. I can try to show you guys the list here and edit it in. It's a lot. We always had this dream to have like a vegan farm stay or food forest, somewhere people could go and learn about veganism, build like a sanctuary. I had imagined that we would have a stage and a venue for people who wanted to play music or give lectures or do yoga. So when we found this place, we realized, oh wow, we can do all the things that we want to do here. And when we started meeting our neighbors, we realized other people are in this area of the Algarve where we are doing the thing that we're doing. That might sound crazy to you. There's been a lot of excuse me one second, I was looking for something. I have these lutein supplements that I'm taking. Overdose on lutein. The reason I was taking Shilajit earlier in my coffee, French press coffee, a dark roast, filtered water. The rest you see me doing. The reason I was taking the Shilajit is because something they don't tell you before you move to the Mediterranean climate is that there's mold everywhere. And as a farmer who's growing plants, you can see mold, algae, moss, things growing. And so you're kind of torn. You're like, well, it's good that the things grow. But where we live, and in the living spaces around here in Portugal, we don't really want mold. It's not exactly like a sales pitch for Spain or Portugal, but one way to counteract it is to, when you build everything and cover it with ceramic tiles. It makes it easier to clean everything. We were talking about 2024. So I could show you old drawings that Desiree and I did of like our future idea. We had an idea to have a restaurant with a venue, like a vegan restaurant with a venue. And the idea would be that like we could serve food and have people there, have a venue, not just for myself to play music, or Desiree to play music, but for our friends and family and people who wanted to do something on a vegan space, at a vegan space. I've seen this type of thing before. Jan and Sherry in Piebird in Ontario had something like what we're describing, a venue. It's a little bit remote, but if you want to do like a show and you're a band and you want to be at a remote vegan venue, that might be your thing. Here in Portugal, it's a little bit different. You want to be, if you want to have a venue here, and you want to invite people to speak or play in their band, it's Portugal, baby. This is like the gateway to Europe. You could get to the international airport in 15 minutes from here. Quick 15-minute drive, we can be there. And you can go from here to anywhere in Europe very affordably, very easily. So this could be a stop on your tour. In fact, like I said, what we found out when we moved in here and started working the land is that we're in an area where there are a lot of spiritual people. Right up the road, if you look on Google Maps, there is Kai Crystal's shop. We met the owner, Tiago. He's a really cool dude. He's a family guy like me, and we've been to his pop-up crystal shops at different like events that they have around the area, markets and whatnot. We met another place over there, Quinta de Agua, Quinta de Verde. There's all these different quintas, different Airbnbs. There's a Airbnb behind me, and some of these are run by really cool, really spiritual people who came to Portugal. Some of them came to Portugal, and some of them were born here. Tiago is a local. Desiree and I met a Dutch couple the other day who are spiritual, who said people come to Portugal recently and they wind up having issues getting physically sick and leaving. And they said a lot of, obviously it's like a blue zone, so people live to forever here. But then other people come here, get all butthurt about something, physically sick, and leave. And blame Portugal. And these are spiritual people telling me this, so I was like, what do you think that is? And they said, I think it's the coolest thing. I haven't heard anything like this. They said Portugal itself is challenging people, and these people who are not ready to change manifest their dis-ease in their body as dis-ease or sickness. But Portugal is calling people who come here right now to change. It's the whole country's in a great state of like change right now. And the people who are here are feeling it. The spiritual community's feeling it. And these people who come here or try to stay here and are not ready to change, some of them wind up leaving with disease or getting sick, and they're just not ready. I'm gonna make a whole separate video about why Portugal one day. But if you follow me on the Morning Banana Show, or you follow me on X, you already know I didn't have any specific ideas to go to Portugal. We had a friend of ours who's a spiritual guy give a reading, and he was talking about us moving and relocating, and he said, I see you guys in Portugal. to me, Portugal, you know, was like a place where you get ceramic tiles and somewhere beside the Ukraine and somewhere where cork is from. That's like what I knew about Portugal. Full stop. The end. Now I'm here and I feel like it's almost like a a really good kept secret, a really good for whatever reason, it's a really good secret. If you look at the map of Portugal, you see the two coasts, the west coast and the south coast, and then you zoom in and look at the beaches, and you realize like two coasts of the entire country are beach. So, first impressions right there. Um, Whatever you were told, if you just look at the country yourself, you're like, oh, what? This is not what I had in mind at all. Two coasts are beach? That sounds pretty cool, actually. I started learning about Portugal basically while we came here, as we came here. But you guys know that. So we arrived in March to this farm. Prior to that, we were shopping around in Portugal through January. We left for a bit, went back to Germany, and came back and got this farm. We looked at quite a lot of places through Portugal, so I do have a little bit of. We went to Spain as well earlier, though. I'm happy to be here. It's beautiful weather. Today is January the 3rd. I'm in a t-shirt. When the sun is out and it hits you, it's a different sun. It's the Mediterranean sun. Now they stopped geoengineering, cloud seeding, chemtrailing, whatever you want to call it, for the last few days. I think so people get a clear shot of the sky and their fireworks. But they are aggressively back at it this morning, aggressive chemtrails. And when the sun isn't being blocked by clouds or cloud seeding, man-made or otherwise, you can basically get a suntan any time of the year. Another thing I'm probably going to do a whole separate video about is commenting just on like 1 year of weather in Portugal. My opinion. If you watch the Morning Banana Show, not just this episode 203, you'll see that I've done morning banana shows basically outside right here in my banana circle for an entire year. Which I think tells you everything you need to know. Because the weather in Niagara right now, in Canada, is like, -2, -5, and snowing. They go back and forth in January of like rain and snow. And then it'll get snowy again through February into March, even April. I've been known to say April snow brings May snow in Niagara. Not here. Not here. In April and May, you could go to the beach and get tan. People are at the beach in April and May. We went to a water park in May. There wasn't a lot of people there, but we had a blast. Let me finish this up. I just really wanted this for breakfast today. Sorry if I inconvenienced you guys with all my chewing. There's a banana in there. We're having a morning banana. I think 2024 in general, all in all, was better than 2023 for us. I don't know about you. I really love Portugal. It's quirky and different, but where I'm from in Niagara is very quirky and very different. So I'll take the quirkiness of this area. You know, I got engaged December 25th. I proposed to Desiree. Holidays don't mean much to me, but we are trying to make them mean something by making our own holidays. And thankfully she said yes on December 25th of 2024. So I've been engaged since last year. Those of you who know, or those of you who follow the show know that we've been planning how we're going to get married and the whole shebang for a really long time. And we've had many invitations to give up or start again. Got a whole bunch of wild dogs coming up the road. Because they don't really, it doesn't get freezing temperatures here. Dogs and animals can live outside year round without risk of freezing. Ironically, I think in this area of Portugal, I've seen maybe one homeless person. People can be homeless here and not freeze to death. And if you have a mind that works, you don't have any excuse to go starving, because there's food everywhere in Spain and in Portugal, all over. Unless you're deep in the cities, you know, then you shouldn't have any concern about freezing to death or going hungry. You might get hungry, but you won't starve in Portugal. You might get hungry, but you won't starve in Spain. That sounds crazy, right? But it's true. We were looking up the price of orange juice in Niagara. Desiree wants to do a whole video on it. Desiree wants to do a whole video on the differences of prices of orange juice between here and there. So anybody who lives out in the country, in Spain or here in Portugal, knows that oranges basically grow wild with very little assistance. We have orchards up the road that have been abandoned and are not being tended to at all by anyone. They're overgrown and abandoned. Like I said, nobody seems to care. Nobody pulls the weeds. Nobody clears the paths. Nobody takes the overgrowth. The oranges don't get harvested. And this is exactly where this orange has come from. And so we have a juicer, and I think the plan for Desiree's video for Instagram is to do like a side-by-side of the price of orange juice. I think it's for 2 liters. They're asking $10.99 right now at like local grocery stores in Niagara. I don't want to name drop grocery stores. It's kind of mean. But look at that. So you stick that in a juicer. Stick that in a juicer a few times on live stream. Pick it right from the tree, and then say, so this cost me, you know, the walk up to the orange tree, and that's it. Now is the time to get these off the tree. Through Christmas, January, they taste. I mean, we picked these ourselves the other day, and they're amazing. So, 10 out of 10. When you come visit us, you can grab your own. There's pomegranates wild here, lemons, oranges, grapes, believe it or not, grapes, wild grapes. If you're a forager or a vegan or a surfer or a beach bum, I guess this is the place for you. So thanks for watching the Morning Banana Show. You can support me by sending an e-transfer or buying me a coffee. E-transfer is adam@adamjosh.com. Buy me a coffee. I'll have the link in the description below. You can order one of my t-shirts that say "Do Not Reincarnate" from my website. And you can come visit us in Love Farmstay if you'd like. We would love to have you. And thanks for watching the show. Take care of yourselves. I hope that you guys have a great 2025.